Hi, I'm Tom Owen, and welcome to the BDG Resale Insight Series. I've done your job as a planner, and I'm here to talk to you about merchandise planning, why Excel is not the right solution, and how you can get real business benefit from your merchandise planning process. Los geht's. So why can the merchandise planning process be difficult for retailers? The process can be difficult for retailers for two main reasons, one of them internal and one of them external. The external reason is that we live in a very dynamic world where things are constantly changing and we are asked to plan things that are often unplannable. One of my favourite phrases is that things that have never happened before happen all the time. I've worked in or around the retail industry for nearly 15 years, and every single year is the craziest year that's ever happened. The second reason is an internal one. Retailers are often under so much pressure, cost pressures, that they're often planning even more, but with less people. And they also often don't have the tools that are required to help them do this efficiently and effectively. If we look at Excel, it is particularly troublesome when trying to replan, change, and adjust. You end up with planners being locked out of spreadsheets, constantly changing formats, and often it's a case that it takes longer to get the data into one place to be reviewed, rather than even reviewing the content itself as to whether the plan is what should be planned. So how can BDG help? We can help with our toolkit software solutions that we've developed with our software partners. And we have accelerator solutions that can get quick speed to value, but we can still build the flexibility around your business model. No longer do you have to accept only 60% of a software because that's all that fits you. We can actually build a bespoke model around the accelerator so that you get 100% of the value. At the same time, we can save you time and effort in producing your plans so that you can spend the actual time in looking at the quality of the plan as opposed to pulling the data together. Given that working capital and stock is often the biggest investment a retailer ever makes, even just making small incremental improvements in that has a huge business benefit. What to consider when implementing a merchandise planning solution? So firstly, it's really important that you have a good partner that you're working with. So for example, I myself have merchandised pots and pans, mops and buckets in multiple different European countries, and working through those plans and getting it right is hugely important. Alongside that, you need to understand the complexity of your business and also the complexity of the solution. And it's a trade-off between simplicity versus the value that the complexity will generate. Counterintuitively, we often recommend to start simple and then build complexity over time. As you get used to the software, you can always add in more layers, more KPIs, and more different types of reporting. So often working with us, we will start with something really simple that starts to generate business value as quickly as possible, and then work on future phases in future timelines to improve the complexity of the solution. So what are the key takeaways? So point number one is that merchandise planning is about taking very high-level business information and pushing it down across the whole business. Point number two is that the right software to do this is absolutely critical. To be able to aggregate and disaggregate information is really important, and Excel is not good at that. And number three, BDG have retail people that understand you, understand your business, and are here to help. If you enjoyed this video and you're interested in finding out more, or you need support on your journey with retail software, then please contact us for a demo or drop us a message. Thanks for watching, and check out some more of our videos.